If you're planning to buy a new construction home here in Corpus Christi, then choosing the wrong option could cost you big time. Whether it's picking a builder that cuts corners or getting stuck in a contract that you can't get out of, it's important to know what you're getting into. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the 3 most common types of new construction: spec homes, to be built, and custom builds, so that way you don't end up making a decision that hurts your wallet or your home ownership experience. Hey everyone, I'm Lezli Milner, a local realtor here in Corpus Christi, Texas, and I put out weekly videos about real estate and what it's like to live here. So if you're thinking about buying a home, relocating, or you just want to stay in the know, be sure to hit that subscribe button below, give this video a like, and turn on that little notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the weekly videos. And if you ever have questions or you need help with your move, you'll find my contact information in the description below. Feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to help you out. To kick things off, let's start with spec homes, which is also short for specular homes. Now, these are homes that the builder designs and starts building without a specific buyer in place. They choose the lot, the floor plan, and all the finishes. And also keep in mind, they usually pick what's trending so that way the home appeals to the widest range of buyers. And here in Corpus, you're going to have national builders like D.R. Horton and Milner that offer a lot of spec homes, especially in the larger communities like Rancho Vista, Saratoga Crossing, Starlight Estates, and etc. And with these builders, everything is selected up front, so there's no opportunity to customize. The materials and the finishes are usually standard across the neighborhood, just depending on the floor plan, which helps keep the price more affordable. You might also hear these homes called inventory homes, and when they're almost complete or already finished, they're listed as quick move-in homes, which is something that you've probably already seen if you've been browsing the builder website. Now, if you don't want to deal with the design process or you're just working with a shorter timeline, then this is typically the fastest and the most affordable way to get into a new construction home. Now, depending on when you go under contract, the move-in timeline can be anywhere from 1 to 6 months. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that the builders will not discount a home just because you're not using a realtor. So it's important to have someone representing you who understands the process and can negotiate you the best deal. So I always recommend having your own agent and also getting a third-party inspection, even with a new construction home. It is one of the best ways to protect yourself during the transaction, and the builders also compensate the realtors for you. Also, just because it's a spec home doesn't automatically mean it's from a big production builder like D.R. Horton or Milner. Now, some of the local builders here also build homes in advance without a buyer lined up. It's just less common and usually at a lower scale, meaning that they don't have as much inventory available at once. But one of the biggest benefits of going this route is the incentives that they offer. Majority of the times, builders are going to be helping with your closing costs or even offering an interest rate buy down if you use their preferred lender, which can save you thousands of dollars out of your pocket. Again, even though it's a new construction home, I always recommend getting a third-party inspection before closing. It really gives you a peace of mind and helps you catch any issues that might get missed or overlooked during the builder's final walkthrough. Most spec homes also come with a 2 to 10 builder warranty, which is a third-party warranty that's commonly used by builders here. It typically includes 2 years of coverage on systems like plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, and then you have 10 years of structural coverage. Now, some of the builders here will also include a 1-year coverage for workmanship and materials as part of their own warranty, but every builder here is a little bit different, so it's always a good idea to ask for a copy of the warranty details early on in the process, just so you know exactly what's covered and for how long. Next, let's talk about to-be-built homes, sometimes called pre-sale homes. These are homes that haven't been started yet. You're basically buying the blueprint. You're going to typically see this option in larger communities where the builder owns multiple lots and offers a selection of floor plans to choose from. Now, with a to-be-built home, you're going to get some more flexibility when it comes to design. You're going to choose the lot, you're going to choose the floor plan, and then you're going to usually have options for things like exterior finishes, flooring, cabinetry, paint colors, and more, all within the builder's set packages. Now, the level of customization really depends on the builder that you go with. For example, Hogan Homes, Lezli Homes, Jade Homes, and Fox Home Builders here in Corpus give you a little bit more freedom, offering upgrades like the additional bedrooms, bonus rooms, and even some layout changes in certain floor plans. Now, if you have driven past a new neighborhood and you've seen the signs saying starting from X amount of dollars, keep in mind that that's typically just the base price of the smallest, most affordable model. It usually doesn't include the lot premium, the upgrades, or the design selections, and those can add up pretty quickly depending on what you choose. And just like with a spec home, to-be-built homes aren't limited to big tract builders. Some local builders here in Corpus offer more flexibility through the semi-custom packages. These give you just a little bit more freedom than a typical production builder, but they do come at a slightly higher price point. Now, if you're not quite sure on what a semi-custom home is, it's basically a mix between a to-be-built home and a fully custom home. You usually start with one of the builder's floor plans, but you're able to make changes like adjusting the layout, adding square footage, or upgrading finishes beyond what's included in the standard packages. It's a great option if you want more personalized than what a production builder offers, but don't necessarily want the cost or the longer timeline that comes with going fully custom. You have local builders here in Corpus like Hogan, Jade Homes, and Lezli that often offer semi-custom options in certain neighborhoods. It is a great choice if you want something a little more personalized than a production home, but you don't want to go all in on a full custom build. And as for this timeline, this route usually takes a little bit longer, anywhere from 6 to 12 months to move in. Now, most builders will start construction within 1 to 2 months after you sign the contract, all depending on permitting and scheduling. Many builders will also offer incentives on to-be-built homes. Things like closing cost assistance or even rate buydowns are design center credits, especially if you're using their preferred lender and you're building in one of their communities. These incentives can make a big difference, but they're not always advertised. Even though the home is being built from the ground up, I still wouldn't skip out on getting a general inspection once it's completed. Here in Corpus, builders are required to go through multiple inspections at different stages of the building process, like a foundation inspection before the concrete is poured, and the framing inspection before the walls are closed up, and then electrical and plumbing inspections, and then the last one, a final inspection once the home is finished and all the systems are in place. This final step is what ensures that everything is up to code before a certificate of occupancy is issued. But keep in mind, these inspections are mainly focused on code compliance. Hiring your own third-party inspector gives you a second opinion, one that is going to be focused more on overall quality and workmanship, not just checking the boxes to pass a city inspection. And once the home is complete, you're going to still receive a builder-backed warranty to help protect your investment. Lastly, I want to touch on custom homes, which are the most flexible and often the most expensive option. With a custom build, you're designing everything to fit your exact vision. You can purchase a lot within a neighborhood, or you can buy raw land elsewhere and bring in the builder of your choice. If you're building within a neighborhood though, there may be some guidelines for exterior features and some HOA standards to follow, but you still have much more freedom than you would with a spec or a to-be-built home. Now, once you secure the land, which is often paid for up front, you can either select a builder who offers floor plans that you can customize, or you can work with a designer and an architect to create something entirely from scratch. From there, you're going to choose a builder you're going to want to work with and for them to bring those plans to life. Here in Corpus, you have several builders that offer custom options, including Leo's Construction, Jade Homes, Azali Homes, Justin Custom Homes, and D&Z Construction. Each one offers different levels of customization depending on what your budget is and how hands-on you want to be. While designing your dream home down to the smallest detail, which can be exciting, it can also feel very overwhelming, and the process is going to take some time. Most custom builds generally take 12 months or longer, depending on permitting delays, design changes, and the builder's schedule. The upfront costs are also typically higher. Custom homes usually require a larger initial investment. You're looking at anywhere from 10 to 20% down, and in most cases, you're gonna need a construction loan. These work a little bit different than a traditional mortgage. They're paid out in phases as the home is built, and they're often converted into a regular mortgage once the home is completed. Now, if you've never gone through that before and you want to build a custom home, don't worry. I can help you and connect you with a lender who can walk you through it step by step and answer all your questions. And because there are more moving parts with a custom build, inspections become more important than ever. With custom homes, you're often working with multiple contractors, have a more complex design elements, and just unique features that aren't part of a standard plan. So that leaves more room for miscommunication, missteps, or mistakes during construction, which is exactly why those inspections matter. Custom builders here in Corpus, though, they are required to follow the city construction codes, which means inspections are done at different stages. Now, these include rough-in inspections for plumbing and electrical before anything gets covered up. You also have windstorm inspections that are a huge deal for our area and are usually performed by TDI inspectors or licensed engineers to ensure that the structure can handle the severe weather. Now, these inspections aren't scheduled by the builder, but if something doesn't pass, then construction can be delayed until it's corrected. That's why I always recommend hiring your own third-party inspector to double check the quality at key points like foundation, framing, and final walkthrough, just to make sure everything is done right. Most custom builders here do offer a warranty, but coverage can vary a lot more than with production builders. So it is important to ask up front what's included and how long it lasts. So now that you know the difference between spec homes, to-be-built homes, and full custom builds, you might be wondering which one is the best fit for you. It really comes down to your timeline, your budget, and how involved you want to be in the process. That's something I help my clients figure out all the time, and it makes a big difference to have someone who understands how each builder works and what to expect at every stage. Now, if you're serious about buying a new construction home and you want guidance through the entire process from someone who knows the local market, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I work closely with many of the top builders here in Corpus, and I know how to ask the right questions, negotiate extras, and help you avoid common mistakes. You're gonna find my contact information in the description below, and if you did find this video helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe button below, give this video a like, and tap that little notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any of my weekly content. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.